Is for Breanna. Obviously, Brittney Griner did not play today, but you guys shared an emotional moment beforehand. You came in wearing Brittney's jersey today. What sort of an impact has BG had on you, and how great is it that she's enjoying, she's not only back to form, but perhaps even better than ever upon her return to America?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely great seeing BG. It was my first time seeing her since she's gotten back. So it was a little bit emotional seeing her, but also really proud of the way that she's kind of handling everything, on and off the court. She's an inspiration to really everybody, and just happy she's home, safe, and back with us in the WNBA.
After Tuesday's game, how important was it for you to take on a starring presence in this one, going 7 to 13 from the floor, putting up your seventh game of at least 10 points, at least 10 boards, only the second New Yorker to do that within 7 of her first 10. So, what was it like for you to how important was it for you to take over today's game, especially after Tuesday's performance?
Yeah, I think I wanted to make an assertive effort to be aggressive, especially at the start of the game, and hopefully have everyone else follow suit. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in the basket, and that's what happened last game. But law of averages, things kind of even out a little bit. But just really everybody helping me get in a great position to score, to find the open person.
Final one for me, Coach. Today you experimented with the lineup a little bit. All 10 players getting in the game by the end of the first quarter. You end the first quarter and begin the second with 5 reserves on the floor. So, what do you think of the way they kind of responded to their extended opportunities tonight?
Yeah, look, I thought they've been doing well in practice, so they should be rewarded for that. So, went to the bench, and it helped, obviously, having Piff, so she could have another point guard, and then Sluty didn't have to play 40 minutes. I thought they competed well. It was, that we're gonna need them as we move forward. So, using those opportunities where we can, I thought they did well.
Great game, guys. Breanna, this one's for you. A season high, 7 assists coming out of this game. Rather, you talked about being aggressive. You were aggressive passing the ball as well. Was that a part of the game plan to come in and dish the rock the way you did?
Well, with Sabrina being out, we were actually practicing me running some of the point guard a little bit, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but really reading what the defense is giving us, and depending on how they're playing ball screens, usually a lot of people are looking at me, and then you're able to find the slipper or the person open in the corner.
Hi all, Sandy, first for you. How do you think this group found the toughness necessary to close this one out after the Mercury cut it to single digits?
Yeah, look, I think it's hard. Don't like being up at halftime. Don't like when players go out and are out. I mean, it's part of it, isn't it? I've been around a long time. You get a little bit of complacency in there, but credit to Phoenix, they kept fighting and they put it, made some shots. So being aggressive, and obviously I went back to the starters and we just had to find some composure. Just have a little bit of poise, play better defense, making sure it's one attempt, and knowing how we, just execute the game plan a little bit better, and and then start making some shots. We got some wide open shots, but staying confident.
And Marine, I'm curious what this game you played today, on both ends, on offense and defense, maybe revealed about your growth as a player.
Well, I just tried to do my best on the court. I did some mistake, but I think I tried to don't think about the last action too much, and just play confidence.
I appreciate that. And Stewie, for you, you've played with Marine now for a few weeks. What is something about playing with her that surprised you?
Well, we played against each other a lot, especially like FIBA and stuff like that. So what surprised me playing with her is how she's able to really see everyone on the floor, her ability to find the person, and you might not even know you're open, but she knows you're open, and the speed that she comes off of ball screens. Really difficult for the defense to guard, especially if they're being aggressive, because she just goes right past them and gets to the lane.
And final one for you, Stewie. I just want to expand upon Jeff's question about BG. What does it mean to you that she is here?
In New York.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot that she's here. I think that, whether she played the game or not, just continues to show the impact that she has, the reception that she received coming onto the court and just being welcomed and making sure that, now she's continuing to use her platform not only for, making sure we continue to grow the WNBA, but also grow and have an awareness for Americans that are wrongfully detained overseas. So she's taking on a bigger, I guess, platform and continuing to use everything that she's been through to turn it into good.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on a win today. Obviously, you've been able to, not only in New York, but in your previous stops, help build up hype and anticipation by the crowd. And today was another huge crowd that showed up to support Liberty basketball. How does it feel to see that?
I love it. Hopefully we keep getting more and more people keep coming back. I love the energy that they bring, especially when we start, get going. It got quiet there for a little bit. But, these players are the best players in the world, and it's an opportunity for so many people to come and watch them, in New York. And it's great. Love it.
Hi, Sandy. I'll start with you. Rebounding, we talked about before the game and throughout the week, and a plus 12 differential, but also 19 to 8 second chance points. Just what you see, not just on the defensive end, ending possessions, but also getting after it on the offensive end, following misses.
Yeah, look, I think that's an improvement. That's an area we try to focus on this week in our video and when we practiced. But we need to have consistency. We know we're capable, especially defensive rebounding. Offensively, it's nice that we actually got 12. Usually we're not getting up that high. But it's good that we're getting second chance points because that's extra possessions for us. And that's just a mindset. So, it's next, what's the next game again? Atlanta. Well, we just got smashed on the board. So we just have to be ready to make sure that we can match their physicality.
Thank you. And Breanna, 25 assists from the team on 30 made baskets. You talked about your 7 assists, but just the ball movement all afternoon long and just the flow that you were seeing from the team out there?
Yeah, I think that, we're getting to the point where making the extra passes is what we all expect. And you see it, I think, almost every game. We have high assists and just continuing to find the open person because we know that everybody can knock down shots or find a great position to score the basketball.
Thanks. And Marine, in the first half, you didn't take a shot at all, but then came out with aggressiveness in the third quarter, all 10 of your points after the break. Did somebody say something to you? Did you change your mindset at all to come out with some aggression in that second half?
Yeah, Salute and Olaf talked to me about that, that I didn't take a shot the first half, but I don't know, I don't want to force too much also. But I think I was just more aggressive in the second half.
Okay, question for Coach. Touching on Miles a little bit, but just like the ball movement and the unselfishness, I'm just curious if you think that's something that can be taught or how you think it can be developed in players.
I think that's, everyone to buy in. I think it just comes with that. We got players that want to buy into the way that we want to play. I talk about good to great and paint to great. Taking great shots. We track first side shots, second side, third side, and when we move the ball, we have better results. So, but great players have to still buy in for it, and just playing the right way. I think that's way more fun to play than individual basketball.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Couple for you. A lot of Phoenix possessions in the first half ended. They really went into the end of the shot clock. Is there anything on the defensive end that really stood out to you to force those tough possessions for them?
Yeah, I think we're locked in early. We just come off 4 days off and bad taste in our mouth from our last game. And, we had a sense of urgency for the most part, even though I thought we could have played with more urgency. I suppose I'm just a typical coach, just demanding, wanting more. But yeah, when we're locked in and knowing your personnel and making it really hard for them, and you've got great length, obviously the shot blocking at the rim is certainly helping us.
And then it was Michaela's game back here. She played just 12 minutes. What can you kind of say about her development that she has made on this team since she's been over here?
Yeah, look, I think I'm happy for Michaela. I know, it's always hard when you're traded from a team that's drafted you, but I kind of said this is an opportunity for you to get more minutes and to grow that's how you learn and get better and better. And she's taken that with two hands. Unfortunate she got injured today, but she's been aggressive. She's shooting the three. She's playing with a lot of confidence because she has a really big role, and that's easy to go out there and just play.
Early in the game, it looked like you guys, it appeared you guys were going to a lot of PNRs, and you guys found success with it. Was it a big emphasis this game trying to get Jonquel and just some of the other bigs, involved in the offense more?
Yeah, look, I mean, we always want all our players involved in the offense and take what's the best shot out there. And emphasis was to get JJ, especially with BG out, is closer to the rim. And I thought JJ, that was, I think she did a really good job tonight. Got 11 rebounds. Know how many rebounds she get? No, she only had 11. Oh, she had 11. Yeah, she had 11 rebounds. And that's great because you can't just be Stewie rebounding all of them. And JJ's very capable of that. So it was good for her to get some success there.
Hi, everybody. Sandy, more on JJ. This was her first game where she didn't really start off with foul trouble, and she was able to play consistent rotations without any issues. You talked about her just finding her rhythm. How important do you think it is for her to just find her rhythm while also avoiding foul trouble, especially at the start of games?
Yeah, I suppose it's just having a little bit more discipline, keeping your hands out. Like, she wants to be aggressive, but knowing, when you can be and what's a silly one and where you can be aggressive. I think that's where she's learning and still trying to fit in, and she's doing a great job. And now it's about her getting more conditioned because that's when she makes bad decisions as well. And, she asked for a sub after, at the start of the second. Had to get her out, but knowing that she was sick. So she fought through tonight. So I was happy with, kept her in there. I know she made a few mistakes there in that fourth quarter, but I kept her in there, and I think she came out really big for us.
Thank you. Marine, with Sabrina out, a lot of the three-point shooting isn't here, but last season you were one of the league leaders in three-point shooting. How important do you think it is for you to be able to provide that space and really create more opportunities for your teammates when you're out on the perimeter?
I just try to be aggressive, to stay confident. I think, last season I think I had a better percentage, but I just stopped to shoot my shot and continue like that.
Thank you. And Breanna, during the game, I believe before and throughout the game, the Bring Our Families Home campaign had a letter writing event for fans to write letters for folks who are detained abroad. Just as a league that's always sort of like spoken up on various issues here and abroad, just how important do you think it is to sort of stay involved, stay engaged on these issues here and across the world?
Yeah, I think it's very important to stay involved and engaged in these issues, especially in the WNBA, where we are usually always at the forefront of social injustices and continuing to use our platform. So for the ability to have a letter writing stand as a part of Bring Our Families Home campaign is just, creating awareness. You're here to watch a great basketball game, but let's also do more. And let's do something that isn't difficult and writing a letter to someone who is wrongfully detained overseas.
We have time for one more on Zoom. Oren?
Hi, thanks. For Brianna, one more question about Brittney Griner. Earlier, you mentioned the fan reaction from the crowd today, and I'm wondering if you could kind of compare and contrast it all this season for the W in general with last, where there felt like there was a bit of a shadow hanging over the season, obviously, with that whole situation, and if you can compare this season, how it feels.
Yeah, obviously, I think that if you look at last season, there was something and someone missing in the WNBA, and that was obviously Brittney Griner. So the ability to have her back here kind of makes our circle complete, because she is such a force and a presence both on and off the court, and her ability to kind of be so dominant and aggressive, but also such a kind, caring person. Everybody's missed that, and obviously Sandy has coached her for a long time, but we're all better when BG is here with us.
Great. Thanks everyone.
Thank